Good evening, everyone.
Hey.
She's distracted. She is trying to order our dinner for after this is over with. Getting Outback, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm getting a cheeseburger because I don't really like Outback. Like the stream, share the stream. We got producer Gavin in the house tonight. Bailey is missing in action. Where is your sister? Where's she?
She's getting a spray tan.
She's getting spray tanned right
She's
now.
at work.
Got the big pageant coming up this weekend.
Exciting.
Gavin's typing something in the chat for some reason.
I don't know. Get over there and see, babe. Hold on. Well, yeah, you gotta conversate with everyone, Gavin. We're trying, guys. Blade's typing testing. Oh, he's not on producer Bailey because she types on her own thing.
Yeah, she types on her own.
Ah.
Gavin ain't on. Gavin's gonna be typing like crazy because his won't let him comment for some reason.
Yeah. So he's probably just excited he
He's
can comment.
He's just excited.
Oh
That'd be
boy.
never.
Bailey didn't respond, so she's getting fish. I wish we would have decided this before our podcast started. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all are stuck with him over here.
Well, hope everybody's had a good day. I got to go golfing this morning. That was exciting. Went and ate lunch at the Cellar. Found out one of my employees is starting a new job next Friday.
Know that?
I didn't tell you that. No, yeah, Jacob starting his new job next Friday.
Yeah.
And so
that's exciting.
We're a man down. Possibly two. Likely two. I think I'm gonna have to let another guy go. So
2 men down.
2 men down. You know anybody looking for a job? Y'all got my number. You can find me on Facebook.
Right.
What you guys want? Put in the comment what you would like from Outback.
Yeah. Why not? All right, I got it. I told Bailey she was gonna have to put it through, so.
Well.
Oh, I mean, I guess I can.
Oh, because it'll be late when it gets here.
I got it. It'll be an hour, so yeah, we have time.
Yeah, we got time.
Alrighty.
All right.
Place order. Looks good.
All right.
Hold on, I'm trying to go through.
Now the teacher's about to get started.
Okay. I did it. Okay.
Okay.
Handled that.
Now that y'all suffered through that.
I know what everyone eats. So, and Bailey's not here. She knows what everyone eats too, but she's not here. So, here we are. All right. So, tonight, the title is Number One Challenge of Becoming Multilingual in Love, which I think is what it was titled last week. But maybe not. No, that's not what it was titled last week. That's the title tonight, though. Excuse me. So, the number one challenge is everyone has an agenda. Oh, Kristen, blooming onion and ribs. Bailey probably wanted ribs, but I told her she couldn't have them.
So. Why can't she have ribs?
Because they make her super swollen, and she has that pageant. She's got to be able to zip up that dress.
Don't need to be swollen.
No.
For sure.
Yeah, I like eating Outback with April or Kristen because they both like blooming onions.
What are they having at the football field tonight?
I don't know.
There's a lot of cars out there, and the stadium lights were on
Oh, they might be having like a jamboree game or something.
for football.
I don't,
It's February.
I don't
think so.
know. Anyways, April's not on here, so
Ben's truck wasn't home.
so they must be doing something there.
They may be there.
All right. So we all have an agenda. It's always running in the back of our head. Like, it's always running in the background of our relationship as well.
Oh, April is on here.
Oh, April is. This is awesome. And it might not even be conscious. Like, and it's probably not for a selfish reason or anything like that. Hello, April. Oh, I didn't even tell everybody, hey.
No, you just over there worried about yourself.
We got Mama Sharon, Kristen, we have Gavin and Slade, Cheyenne, and Miss April. Gavin said Miss April. That's why I called you Miss April. Sorry. April. Yes. So, anyways, we all have an agenda running in the back of our head. Even if it's not conscious, and because it's in our head, it's in the back of our relationship ultimately, because that's what we're thinking about a lot of the times. It can simply be checklist, and that probably speaks more to women than men in a lot of ways, because I don't know that men actually make checklists. I think they just be trying to figure it out. Gavin makes checklists, and Slade makes checklists because of his job. But majority of men probably don't go around making checklists.
I don't know. I can show you my checklist.
Yeah. But that's because you have so many places you have to be, so you have to, or you can't keep up with all of it.
Yeah, I used to be able to remember all of it.
Yeah, well, you're not 20 anymore.
Mm-mm.
Man.
Yeah, maybe it's because I have so much more. Maybe I could still remember the
Some
amount of
of it.
things that I used to be able to remember. It's
Right.
just so much more now that's why I can't remember it.
Right.
Yeah, Gavin.
So, anyway, so checklist, and I'm thinking about I need to get groceries. I have all these things to do. What are we going to eat for dinner?
Doctor's appointments.
Yes. I mean, I have a laundry list of things constantly in my head. Was it today I showed you the calendar and I said, look at this? Hold on. No, I think it was yesterday. I had
Talking to me?
Oh, it was today. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, yeah, it was yesterday you showed
That's
it to me.
today. Yeah. That was for today. I know they can't see it, but they can see all of those things on there. Those were things that had to be done today. So that is always in the back of my head. And it's not necessarily a good thing. And I know in the back of his head, it's, he's got to pay his employees. He's got to go pick up checks. He's got to put money in the bank. He's got to pay the bills. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. He always has a laundry list of things in his head as well. So, but our agendas, for the most part, they're not selfish agendas. It's not like we're thinking about everything has to do with us. A lot of times it has to do with someone else. You're not intentionally thinking about that so often.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do. But life is busy and we have responsibilities. The issue is when your agenda takes center stage, it becomes nearly impossible to focus on someone else's love language at that point, let alone their unique dialect, which is what we kind of talked about. It was what we talked about last week. We tell ourselves and make ourselves think that we're focused on them, but in all actuality, our own agenda is getting the love more than our partner.
Our affection and our attention is more focused on the things we need to be doing
Yeah.
to accomplish our checklist
Yeah.
than on our spouse.
Because so they said they did in the book, they were talking about they did a study, and it was like these men that were in ministry school, and they like set up this person on the side of the road that looked to be homeless. He wasn't, but they like did this intentionally, and they told some of them that their whatever it was they had to go do, like their presentation, it was due like at this time, which would have meant they were like in a rush. And those were the ones that were teaching on giving. And the ones that were teaching on something else, they didn't tell them they were in a rush. And or that they had like, a timetable of when these things had to get done. And first of all, the ones that stopped were the ones that didn't have that rushed agenda.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that were literally preaching on what this was going to teach them about didn't stop because of their rushed agenda. And I was like, yeah, we do that in everyday life with the people closest to us. Yeah, but I really need to get this done.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah. So I have on here, do any of these sound familiar? So, words of affirmation. So, you know that's their love language, words of affirmation. So on the way out the door, you're like, you're amazing. It's nice, but did it really like resonate inside of them? I mean, do you really think that did anything for them?
Yeah, did you really mean that?
Yeah, I mean,
or is that just
it
on
was
your
just
agenda
words,
for
right?
the day?
Right. Quality time. So y'all heard us touch on this a little bit last week, and he's done so much better. It's the phone for me. It drives me nuts. But I'm also the same person that'll lose my phone for 2 or 3 hours and be like, oh, I don't even know where it is. But I left it in Brandy's today, and she was like, hey, you got your phone. You forgot your phone. I was like, She was like, you could just leave it here. I was like, you'd get annoyed by it. I was like, because I said they'd be blowing me up because I don't answer it half the time. I was like, it just keep lighting up. I said, it's on silent.
Yeah.
So anyway, the phone is it's a trigger for me, if I'm being honest. But
She literally texted me yesterday. Now don't forget to send me a message as soon as you get to the pickup spot at Target with the number of the parking spot. All right, I got you. I pull in the parking spot, text her. I'm in spot 10.
7 minutes is how long it took me.
Nothing. And we're not talking about a 30-minute gap in between the time she texted me this and I responded. We're like 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
It took me 7 minutes to respond.
It took her 7 minutes. I sat in parking spot 10 for 7 minutes waiting on her to just look at the phone after she knew that I was going. She knew to be waiting on my message.
Yeah, I got sidetracked. I was at work and I got sidetracked.
And I was like,
I
hello.
was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I think I called too. Did I call? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't
I text, called, text again.
I felt terrible.
It's crazy.
Sorry. I've been that way my whole life too. My parents used to get so angry at me.
That's that ADD.
He's not wrong. Yeah. So anyway, quality time. So this is not quality time. How was your day? Oh, what'd you do today? That's not quality time. You're not 100% focused on them. It does not matter how great of a multitasker you are.
It's
It doesn't matter.
impossible to do two things at one time.
Well, impossible to do them well at 100%. I can do more than one thing at the time. Men cannot. I will say that. But on my phone, I might have heard what you said part of the time. But then I was also reading something. So I didn't hear you that part of the time. Yeah, so yeah. Quality time. You're
undivided attention.
Yes. Acts of service. You load the dishwasher, but you leave what wouldn't fit in the sink, and then you go on doing something else. You did not complete the task. You should have hand washed the rest of them and put them up.
Asking a lot. Hand washing dishes, was this 1920s?
April has to hand wash all hers. She doesn't have a dishwasher.
It sounds like a Ben Allen problem to me.
Yeah, she's asked for a dishwasher.
Uh-oh, Ben. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Receiving gifts. You bought them something you thought they would love, only to find out that they had already told you they had bought it a couple weeks ago. But you weren't listening.
That'd have to be embarrassing.
Yeah. See, still waiting.
Ben, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. I didn't know.
You just opened up a can of worms. Good job, Slade. Anyways.
Yeah, it's got awkward.
So the example in the book was something stupid to me, so I'm not going to give that example. They gave a book, and I'm like, if I want a book, I'll go buy it myself.
Yeah, why would you be waiting on your spouse to buy you a book?
That's crazy.
You just go buy your own book.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Wild.
Yeah. So no. And I mean, to be honest, I'm not even good at waiting on big gifts. If I say I want it, and if it's not here within like a month or the next holiday, I'll just buy it myself.
She will.
And then tell him I bought it.
She will.
I will. So don't be like me, guys. But that is how I am. Not saying it's normal behavior, but it is behavior. And men, though, for real, like on a real note, don't make your wife have to buy her own gifts. If she told you what she wanted, that was your
hint.
That was your hint. A lot of women that really bothers. I will say this, it does not bother me.
What? Tell me what you want?
No, buy my own gift.
Oh, no, neither one of them bother you.
It doesn't. Yeah, that don't bother me. I'll buy my own gift all day long. I don't care. It's his money. He's buying it. I'm just pressing the button. So, I mean, I'm not gonna like financially pay for my own gift. That's wild. That's not a gift anymore. But I'll press the add to cart button. Check out. But it is nice to get things from him that I haven't ordered and didn't know about. That is nice.
The thing she was threatening to kill me over if she didn't get a couple weeks ago on here. She got it.
I did. I showed everybody at church.
Okay, well, that's fine.
You don't know.
I'm just saying. I came through.
You did. Uh-huh. That's not true. Yeah, I was
Oh,
getting it.
Gavin says she attacked him for it. It came in while we were gone. Yeah. Oh gosh, my bag just locked up. Um,
Old people problems.
April came to the house to get it, and she left it on the table. Gavin picked it up and put it to where she could find it. When she got home, she found it, and then it became a fight
Yeah.
between
I
her
won.
and Gavin over it. And she obviously won.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyways, physical touch. You know they like hugs, so you give them the hug with the pat, or you give them the quick hug. You should have kept it to yourself. People that barely know me give me those kind of hugs. Well, people don't do that to me because I'm not very
You're not
approachable.
approachable.
I don't like people to touch me. I literally had this conversation with Brandy today about not liking people to touch me. That's not in my immediate circle.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like people close to me. I don't like. That's why I'm ready to buy these plane tickets for November, because if Bailey waits around and we get stuck in the 4-seaters instead of the 2-seaters, I'm going to be very upset. I'm not sitting with other people breathing on me for 9 hours. So she needs to get on it.
It wasn't your fault, April.
No.
Gavin's gonna take the blame on this one.
We're going to do a shout out to April because she comes to take care of our dogs starting tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Thank you.
She holds the fort down while we're gone.
Yes, we appreciate you. And by the way, it will be like midnight or later Sunday night when we get home, because the pageant on Sunday doesn't start until 3:45 p.m.
That's wild.
Yeah, April. So I'm going to need you to put them to bed too. I'm so sorry.
3:45 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, people ain't got anything to do.
Literally.
Like,
Insane.
I ain't got to drive 6 hours back home.
Yeah. Anyway, we just found out, had I had the schedule before, what was it, 2 days ago I texted you?
Like yesterday, maybe.
Yeah. If I'd had the schedule before that, I could have planned accordingly.
I need to see the schedule. Is there like a golf time in there anywhere?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll look. Anyways, thank you. I know you will, April. But yeah, had I known, because literally I think Slade leaves Monday to go to Atlanta.
That's next Monday. That's next week. That's the 23rd.
Oh, so it's not the week we go to Nashville.
It's the week.
It's when we come back. Okay.
We come back from Nashville on Saturday.
Yes.
And then I'll leave on Monday.
Okay. Well, that's better than having to drive from Tupelo 6 hours and then turn around and drive to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Not that you'll be driving from Tupelo.
I was supposed to get crowns put on Monday.
Yeah.
That's right. A couple of teeth, but that got canceled today.
Yeah. So anyways, it'll be a long day. So I have on here, is your agenda sabotaging your love life? The problem isn't having an agenda. Don't hear what I'm not saying. It's allowing it to run the show. Your love tank, their love tank will run low. If this is what you're doing, because love requires. Okay, April, I will. Love requires an agenda-less presence. So it requires you, not your agenda, in order to love well. Like, to show your love. It needs more than a surfaced engagement, is what I put.
Mm-hmm.
So presence is more than being in the same room, is my next point. You can be sitting beside someone, but that doesn't make you present. That just makes you beside each other.
No, in the same room.
Presence, it's about offering your undivided attention. It says, you matter to me, and I'm here for not whatever agenda or things you have going on. And I wrote, presence and attention go hand in hand. Presence, you show up mentally and emotionally, while attention ensures you are truly tuned in. So you show up completely open to whatever, is going on with your spouse, significant other, whatever, and you're present. But attention is whenever you tune into them, or saying or doing. And I wrote, without attention, presence becomes hollow. Simply being there isn't enough.
Yeah.
Without presence, attention lacks depth. Listening to words without understanding their emotion behind them, you fall short. So if you're listening but you're not being empathetic, then you're missing part of the point.
We're trying to understand.
Yes. So love languages ask you to step out of self-focus and into a different mindset. Because in order to, if you're trying to learn French, you have to really focus on that. You can't just be halfway doing it, or you're not going to learn it. Ask Bailey.
That's how I learned it. I mean, I had to be fully focused on.
He doesn't know
really
any language.
Getting into the French language.
Barely knows English
to speak it fluently. I know Spanish very well.
Oh my God, guys!
I know French very well.
Guys, don't listen to this.
I can speak a little bit of Italian.
Yeah. Don't
Greek,
listen
Hebrew.
To this.
Latin's a dead language, Gavin. So.
Sorry, I was having to tell Bailey to make sure she watches for the food that they had. I didn't want it to be sitting on the porch. On my agenda. Oops. Sorry, guys. We are distracted by default. I wrote on here, I am bad about half listening. And that is not showing someone that you care.
Nope.
It's a terrible quality of mine. I have to do better.
I think a lot of us probably do it.
I'm about to give the reasons why.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying a lot of us probably are half listeners.
It's terrible.
Because I don't know why.
I'm not always like that.
Not that I don't care.
I'm only like that when I'm distracted by something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have on here reasons why we are distracted by default sometimes. 1, unmet needs. And they had in the book an acronym said HALT, HALT, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If those needs are not met, they can cause poor decision making and self-focused behavior. Let me tell y'all. Y'all have probably heard the story on here about the time I was hungry in Disney World. We had a World War III blow up. Because I was hungry, I was wet from the rain, I wanted to eat, and I wanted to be dry. And those things were not happening because there was a lot going on. Anyway, we had a straight blow up. This was years ago. Like, the kids were little. So yeah. Like, they were probably like,
this is probably 8 or 9 years ago.
They were like 8 and 10. It was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. anyways, it was a wild,
All because she was
situation. Hungry, and my socks were wet.
hungry and a little angry.
Hey, Bailey. Nice of you to join us.
Just get here when you can, Bailey.
So I hope she's paying attention to that food. Anyways,
Or she's gonna be
or I'm gonna be
hungry and mad again.
and angry. It was 7 years ago. So, anyways, I don't believe that's correct, but we'll go with it. It's what Gavin said. So these things can cause poor behavior and self-focused, and poor decision making. So unmet needs, whatever those might be, and I put on here lonely and tired. If I'm tired, it don't look good then either. And loneliness, you can be lonely in a marriage. I sent him a
I was gonna say, I saw
TikTok.
something about that.
I sent you a TikTok about it
Yeah.
yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
And that is, I think I'm pretty sure he gave a statistic on there, or he might not have given a statistic. He might have just said most women are lonely in a marriage before they ever leave a marriage.
Yeah. It was something along those lines.
Yeah. And he was saying, they've removed themselves from the marriage before they ever leave.
Something along the lines of they're alone emotionally before they're alone physically. So, they're alone. They feel alone before they actually make a decision to be alone.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I've told him that before. Like, I feel lonely, like, in the past. And then he would work on fixing it. But that's when your spouse has to be open to hearing that. And that hurts, I'm sure. To hear they feel alone in a marriage that you're supposed to be a part of. And you can't be like, well, you can't get your ego in the way and pride. You got to hear it. Because I will say this, every woman I know that is divorced, they begged, basically, before they left. But when they were done, they were done. Like, packed their stuff and left within a week. So women do a lot of talking before they ever leave. So you have to hear them. And you cannot make excuses as to why those things are happening. Men are not as much talkers, which is a lot of times why men go back to the woman. Because that was their first resort instead of their last resort. And they talked about that on a podcast I watched. That it was a psychologist, and he was saying, I think it was like 60% of men, it was more than half, go back to the spouse because they didn't try anything else.
If they're the ones that leave.
Yeah. But I think the statistic on the woman was like 87% don't go back if they're the ones to walk out.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I could too. So, if your spouse is telling you what they need, listen. It's pretty easy. And do something about it.
Yeah. Don't defend your actions, change your actions.
Yeah. He's really great at that. He really is. Literally, that's what I tell Brandy all the time. I actually told her today, I said, I've told her this several times, but today in particular, I was like, he's truly the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Like, I said, he taught me how to love way more than I thought I was capable of. I was like, and not only that, I was like, he made me safe. I was like, and I didn't know what that felt like. I was like, but it did take me 10 years to trust him
Yeah.
and to feel that.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's a long time. And I was like, yeah. I was like, and it's terrible. I was like, I hate that I was that way. I was like, but he did give me reasons in the first 10 years not to trust him with every piece of me. But once I mean, that can be, was it the chicken or the egg? So, just, we were both, I'm going to get to it. we both had our own demons, if we're being honest. So, full focus. It's not just unmet needs that cause space. It can also be a task that makes it hard to pivot to their needs. So, if you're so focused on whatever task is at hand, instead of focused on them, it can make it hard to like change what you're doing to do what they need you to do. Distractions often come from good intentions or productive pursuits, but it can unintentionally leave your partner feeling overlooked or less important. So you can have all these good intentions to be all these do all these productive things, but if your full focus is not on them when it needs to be, then there's time for the things you have to get done. Work hours are those times. If it's not during work hours, your focus shouldn't be on all of these things. Number 3 is unseen wounds. This is kind of where I was going. It might be from childhood, past relationships. Throws large items across the house at me. Any advice?
Duck. My advice, Jordan, would be to duck.
Unseen wounds might be from childhood, past relationships, or even tensions in your current relationship. Counselors refer to this as emotional residue. So it's what's left over from prior issues.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't even know you have these you don't know you have these wounds.
And they linger in your current interactions always.
Yeah.
Until you deal with it.
Yeah, you got to deal with it. You got to get over that stuff. You got to get past that stuff.
I put without dealing with it, it can shape how we respond to our partner's needs. And it can be automatic, beyond our control. Like we can respond that way, not even wanting to respond that way, but we do it because it's unresolved emotional wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't fade with time. Whoever tells you that, it's a lie. No, you have to deal with it. It doesn't fade because that thing will constantly come up every time it's put to the test. Every single time, whatever it is. They resurface in unexpected ways. And my examples were trust, like opening up to someone, and those types of things. I mean, it's literally what I just said. It took me 10 years, and that's terrible, but it did. I couldn't trust him to do what was right with my heart. And, some of that's childhood stuff. Some of that was past relationship stuff. If you've been in a past relationship and, you were with that person for, in my case, 2 years, that molds you. And the things that person said to you and the things that you put up with from that person and all of those things, it molds who you are in a relationship. Because that was the longest relationship I ever had before I got married. So therefore, that's what had molded the thoughts on my own relationships for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was, it was difficult.
And that's the problem with the
unintentional dating.
Yeah, yeah, that's the problem with dating, unintentional dating. not dating with the purpose of looking for the person you're going to marry, but just dating to be dating.
Yes.
You have these. You're gonna take something from them with you when you break up, and they're gonna take something from you with them. They're gonna take a piece of you that you can't give to the person that you're gonna marry. And you're going to bring something into your marriage that they don't want any part of and they had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
So
I-
I heard
I say all the time, don't bleed on people that didn't cut you.
yeah, and I heard, Terry actually said this to me today. It's like when people are dating, as soon as you realize that this is not the person I'm going to marry, end it.
Cut it off
End it.
immediately.
Because anything after that is
It's
useless.
sin, really,
It's wasted.
because you're living not in the will of God.
Yeah. As soon as you know that's not the person I'm going to marry, shut it down.
Yeah. And I put unseen wounds can act as a filter through which we interpret our partner's words and actions. And that was one of the greatest things I've ever read.
Yeah,
I was like,
could
that's
say
so
something.
true.
I could say one thing, but she's hearing that other person say it in a completely different context than what I'm saying it.
And I put, when wounds go unaddressed, they keep us stuck in self-protection, fear, and a cycle. That was me. I protected myself. I did not. Now he protects me as well, but I didn't see that at first because I was like, does he really have my best interest at heart? I mean, Doug Jordan, that's all I got. Kristen. But yeah, like, we've all been through something where we had to protect us because we didn't feel like someone else was going to. Every single one of us. And so we bring that into the marriage. And that's why it's important, though, for us to make our spouses feel emotionally safe and connected with us. Because as soon as I don't feel connected emotionally with you, and then that's when I shut down and I start building a wall right back around. I'll do it until this day. If I feel like he's not emotionally there for me and all of those things, I will immediately start breaking back up the wall around me. And that is not something I'm proud of, but it is because of past situations. And I've dealt with those situations. But at the end of the day, it started at such a young age. I can't make that go away. I can't make the fact that I had to protect myself in situations I shouldn't have been put in as a child because an adult didn't do it. And so now I am the adult, but I've been that way my whole entire life. And so it's something I have to remind myself constantly, like, he's not going to hurt you.
No, I'm not.
And so you have to self-talk a lot if you have those kinds of things. Like, I'll literally look at him sometimes and be like, I can feel me trying to build a wall. Like, he's heard me say those exact words. I can feel me trying to grab the bricks. And I'm like telling myself in my head, like, stop. Just stop it. It's okay. He's not going to hurt you. But he had to prove himself to me. If he had not done that, I'd still have a wall. So I'm thankful for that. And I will say this, he had a really great example. And I told Brandy that today. His dad is an amazing human. And I'm thankful for his parents. His mom and his dad are both great people. And they showed him that, marriage is good. And I mean, I'll never forget this. I went to a concert with them by myself. He and I had not been married very long. And they held hands in the concert. And it stood out to me so much because I had never seen that.
Yeah.
So yeah, those kinds of things are so important. So I mean, I was in quotes an adult at the time, but it still stuck with me. I actually told Brandy that today too. So yeah.
Did y'all go see?
I don't even remember.
Was it who was it?
Whoever sings
Was it Jeff Bates?
Turnip, something about a
Oh, Billy
turnip truck.
Currington.
Yeah, that's who we went and saw.
Yeah. How did my dad end up at a concert?
We went to the it was at the
Was that
Civic Center and we sat.
Hmm.
Yeah, because your mama wanted
Well,
to go.
He used to go to
Your daddy said thank you.
Bama Jam.
Yeah, we had a good
Yeah.
time. I don't know
Yeah.
where you were, but I went with them by myself. I think I might have been pregnant with Gavin. I don't know. Anyways, so my next topic, this is the last one, is how to get over yourself. So I've told you all of the ways you're full of yourself. So I'm going to tell you how to get over yourself.
I need to hear this.
My first one is name your agenda. Ask what is in your mind. Like, you have to recognize it first. So when you are going to spend time with your significant other, you need to, like, before you walk in there, before you get out of the car to go in the house or whatever, you need to say, what is on my mind right now? Like, internal dialogue. And all of those, that list of things, it'll pop up. Okay? So now we know. We've asked ourselves what they are, and we've recognized what they are. Okay? Well, you have to shift at that point. I'm going to tell you a little bit how to do that too. Press pause on your agenda. Consider a transitional ritual to reset. So the example I thought of was take 3 deep breaths. Put your phone away. I put on here change into comfortable clothes because that's usually the first thing I do when I walk in the door. Take a shower, whatever. But then, so that creates a mental pause for you. Whenever you do something, like you've told yourself, okay, giving the dog a bath, fixing dinner. These are the things, say those were the 2 things I was really thinking about at the moment. So now I know those 2 things. So now I have to say, okay, those 2 things are going to wait because I'm walking in the house and I'm going to be present. So I walk in. So I sit in the car. Whatever you have to do. If you're already in the house and, you know, y'all are going to spend time together, then take a few deep breaths and be like, that stuff will worry about itself. But do the same thing. Like, you have to make it a ritual, really, because it creates a mental pause and it makes you more present. I said cultivate curiosity. So start to be curious about what your partner does. I'm not talking about interrogating them. Okay? That's crazy behavior. I'm talking about, like, invite them to, like, share thoughts and feelings because that's what curiosity does. Like, excuse me. Like, what's going on with you, or what happened today at work, or whatever.
You talk to any guys?
That's crazy behavior.
What they talk about?
I would be like, ew. No, I didn't talk to any guys because I don't like to talk to anybody. I don't even like to talk to you at the time, apparently.
Very suspicious.
But be curious about your partner. Like, when you started dating them, y'all would talk like, oh, today I did this and I did that. When you get married, that shouldn't change just because you married them. They still care about you. Now, if everything you tell is negative, no, they don't want to hear it. They don't. They don't care
No.
that much.
Mm-mm.
You keep your negative stuff to yourself unless it's something that you need to talk to them about. That's a whole different situation. But if every single day you walk in the house and all you want to talk about is the negative, they're going to not want to talk to you at all.
All you do is gripe and moan and complain. I do not want to hear it.
No. I put build a boundary. No multitasking, no TV, no phone. And you want to give them your full attention, uninterrupted. Boundaries say you are my priority. So wherever it is that y'all talk or whatever. So the example they gave in the book was at the dinner table, because it's just him and his wife. He doesn't have kids. So they don't use a phone or anything like that at dinner table. We do not either when we go on a date. That's something we started. We try. His phone rings and he takes it, but
It's money. I have to fund your lifestyle, honey. Right or wrong?
that was probably not the right answer.
Oh God.
He'll hear about this when we get off of here. No, really, I've learned to. It bothers me. I'm not gonna lie. But he's gotten to where he will not take it unless he absolutely has to, and so that makes all the difference in the world. Used to, he would answer every single text message. His friends sending him stupid reels, and he'd be watching them at the table. Drove me insane. So yeah, he'd been working on that for about a month and a half or 2 months. Yeah, which is good.
Small boundaries.
Yes. But also, like, he and I, if we talk, it's usually in the bedroom because we have kids, and it doesn't matter how old they are, they're shoved right there with us constantly. So he usually lays across the end of the bed, and that's where we have a conversation. And I try to be intentional and not look at my phone, not have the TV on, things like that, because you're not giving them your undivided attention if you do those things. I put invite feedback. Ask how you are doing as a spouse. Like, if there's something they would like for you to do or something they would like for you to change, and they don't need your snarky comments back. Be genuine. Like, you should actually care what they think. Major on grace, not guilt. True love doesn't require you to abandon yourself. Constantly denying yourself can lead to burnout and resentment. Give them grace, but don't guilt yourself, and be graceful with yourself as well. Don't be like, oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Like that's not going to be productive. Now, tell yourself when you're doing something you shouldn't be. Like, if you see that you're failing in an area, be like, I am. I'm sucking it up. I need to fix that about myself. Genuine love isn't measured by the size of the sacrifice, but by the heart behind the action. So be honest. How are you doing when it comes to setting aside your agenda and being present? I'm going to let Slade answer this.
What? How am I doing?
Yeah, and don't say some smart, stupid crap.
I'm constantly trying to do better.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, have I mastered it? No. But I mean, I'm always trying to do better. Like, if I catch myself doing something that I know you don't like, then I stop. and that's all I can. That's all I can do.
Yeah, I agree.
All I can do is the best I can, and just.
Yeah, I agree.
So the thing is like, if you see your spouse trying to do better, then don't give them a hard time.
Yes.
Don't
Take those little victories.
Yeah, because if I'm trying to do better and you're going to give me a hard time, well, guess what?
I'm not going to anymore.
I'm just going to quit trying because you.
Yeah. And he's done such a good job lately. I just said it. He's done such a good job lately with the phone. I think I said it last week too. And he has. It's, with his line of work, he can't just put his phone away completely. That's not an option. But he can do what he's done. If we're on a date, he only takes what he has to.
I can prioritize what's coming in. Call back who needs to be called back.
And my agenda is usually something to do with my children. I'll be like, oh, Bailey needs this or Gavin needs that. And I even have been trying not to talk about the kids when we go on a date. Because that is my job. And so, but they are his kids. So it's a fine line there, because obviously I have to tell him things that are going on with the kids. And so if we're on a date and I think of it, I tell him. But our whole conversation isn't about the children.
Yeah.
So you just have to be aware. And I think that self-awareness is the key to pretty much anything.
Agreed.
So, have conversations with your spouse. And like if it's something you're not good at, there's all kinds of card games out there that you can like draw cards and ask questions, and then y'all can talk about it. He and I have a bunch of them. I actually have 2 of one of them. Maybe I'll give it away to the top commenter one week.
Little prizes. Yeah. Little prizes.
Give y'all a little prize.
Little prizey prize.
Yeah, so anyways, just be self-aware. Next week, he and I are taking a little trip by ourselves, so we will not be here next Thursday night. We will continue this series the following week. So we will actually have a break next week. My birthday is next Wednesday. So he is taking me to Nashville Thursday. And we're coming back Saturday, and I'm really excited.
Fired up.
He looks like it. That's his excited face.
This is my excited face.
Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited. Gavin's trying to cut us off already. He's just getting ready. You cannot hit stop streaming, son, until it's completely done. So you have to be actually listening to it in your headphones. Okay. Just making sure. Anyway, love you guys. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm not going to make the kids do it next Thursday because they've got some other things to do. So anyways, 2 weeks. We'll be back on this. I hope you guys are learning something. It's challenging me, so I hope it's doing the same with y'all. Bye. Love y'all.